Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another fun-filled podcast adventure. Hooray. My name's Midnight Mike, and Joe is over there on screen. Oh, yeah.
Go back to work.
Yeah. We're all going back to work. Gretchen is over there, too, mining the images and memes.
I hate this place.
Are we not on No Agenda Stream right now? I got nothing.
Oh, it's connecting and it's not able to connect. So something must have happened. Like it's connecting, kick me off, connecting.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all only have 4 streams running, not 5.
Yeah, it's not able to connect over there for some reason. So I don't know what's going on. They have stream issues.
Yeah, when they do config updates, things get changed. And that basically serves as our audio only backup broadcast anyway. So
yeah, sorry.
By the way, we did get a request. Can we? And I don't know if you've looked at it or thought about it. Should we fire a stream into Discord as well? Into the Discord, more accurately.
I'm trying to think if that would be worth it. And no. I don't think it'd be worth it. We prefer people in Discord to just go watch on one of the 18 other places that we're live. So I think so.
4, but
yeah. Well,
we're not live on like YouTube or anything anymore.
No, it's too dicey over there. They like to give strikes out, and so I upload later, just in case anything scandalous is said on the live show. I can edit out and. Hopefully, we won't receive that third strike over there on YouTube. We have done an amazing job on YouTube this year. Over this past year, 2025. Okay, over 2025 of consistent uploads, we have.
Are you talking 2025 or 2026? Because we're not in 2025 anymore.
I know. As I said, in 2025, consistent uploading, we have amassed an additional 1,000 subscribers on YouTube.
All right.
I didn't even know we were still on YouTube.
I've been updating over there for like I said, 2025, uploading consistently over there, and we do have considerable growth. Now, in order to get to that 4 million subscriber mark that I've been really trying to push,
need 3 more people.
Well, I did a calculation, and if we continue at this pace on YouTube, we will have reached 4 million subscribers in 3,989 years. Yes. So
this man claims to be from.
We will, if we stay on this trajectory, we will eventually make it to 4 million subscribers on YouTube, and that's something to be proud of. That's nothing to sneeze at.
All right then.
Yeah, that's what we do. We just keep on going. And stay the course. Everything seems to be in tip-top shape. We're doing everything right for the algos.
The tippy-top.
Can I get my gay Saturday kid?
Yeah, you want? Oh, you know what? It's been such a long time since we've done a Saturday fun day. We really should do the Saturdays fun day. Where's my Saturday fun day?
Saturday fun day. Saturday.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh my God.
Phil. Hey,
that's Phil. That was Phil. Well, it looks like everything's happening. So let's talk about how Epstein might be still alive.
Oh, good Lord.
Well,
just jumping right in with both feet, aren't you?
I was looking at PolyMarkets. You guys look at PolyMarkets at all?
I saw it.
I just bet on random shit. I'm betting on what color Mike's hat's going to be today.
Yeah, we could do that on PolyMarkets, and I think we should. But when it comes to PolyMarkets, for people who don't know, it is a place where you can just pretty much bet on anything you want. And I was perusing the other day. I'm not a big gambler, but I'm thinking about dipping my foot into betting and losing money on useless crap. And this is a perfect opportunity for me to get in on the ground floor on this bet. Jeffrey Epstein confirmed to be alive before 2027.
Yes.
And right now, this has a 6% chance of coming true.
That's a good payout.
It could be a very lucrative payout, considering how the stock market's doing right now, silver investments. You can really make bank on this one. With everything coming out with the Epstein files and speculation, realizing that this guy was a mover and a shaker, his connections, his ties to the ruling elite, possibly him, Jeffrey Epstein, even being one of the elite who controls the world from an island. It's not outside of the realm of possibility that he managed to have the right connections to have himself broke out of jail and then expedited or exfiltrated to a country.
That was expedited as well.
Exfiltrated to a country where he can remain, I guess, low-key for the remainder of his life. I don't think that's outside the realm of possibility right now. And I think this percentage will go up. But just to kind of underscore what might be going on, CBS of all news stations is kind of leaning in this direction. You wouldn't imagine such a mainstream news organization would dip its toes into this conspiratorial waters, but they are. And it's not even like this is new footage. It's people are re-examining old documents, old footage, going back over this stuff with a fine-tooth comb, looking for any anomaly that could explain what might be going on, maybe provide a bigger story. And right here, up on screen from CBS News, who entered Epstein's jail tier the night of his death? Newly released video logs appear to contradict official accounts. Newly released Department of Justice documents show that investigators reviewing surveillance footage from the night Jeffrey Epstein died observed an orange-colored shape moving up the staircase towards the isolated locked tier where his cell was located at approximately 10:39 p.m. on August 9th, 2019, commonly referred to as J-Day. But this entry in an observance log of the video from the Metropolitan Correctional Facility appears to suggest that something previously unreported by authorities, a flash of orange, looks to be going up the L-tier stairs, could possibly be an inmate escorted up to that tier. It appears, according to an FBI memorandum, that reviews by investigators led to conclusions by the FBI that those examining the same video evidence from the Justice Department missed this one. So the FBI log describes fuzzy images as possible inmate. So right down here, they are looking at this thing. It's like, listen, right down here, there's a flash of orange, looks to be going up, could possibly be an inmate escorted up to that tier. Person walks from that direction from it. So they see that there's anomalies going on here. Was this possibly Epstein himself being escorted out, or was there being someone escorted up to that level to take care of Epstein? There's a lot of anomalies here that are kind of unexplained. And so here is the still frame in question where it is the flash of orange you can just barely see it from the edge of that wall that cuts off the rest of the person probably wearing that jumpsuit. There's something going on here. It's a bit hinky at this point, and obviously what the FBI and the mainstream media, establishment intelligence agencies are saying about Epstein is not true. And even CBS is jumping on board the conspiracy train with this. Now, there's also a photo floating around of a person that kind of looks like Jeffrey Epstein in Tel Aviv. Right there on screen. They're claiming the internet people, and I might be one of these people. I might be one of the internet people claiming that this guy is Jeffrey Epstein walking around. It looks like he has like a couple bodyguards around him.
Do you scroll down as you have the full frame one?
I don't have the full frame one.
I think if you click one of those thumbnails, you get
Yeah, if you roll down in there. Can you see it?
And I don't see it. Not on my link. It's not the full frame one. This one's cropped. Why we're going to take a look at his pants? Is he wearing like some kind of like designer jeans that would lead back to Jeffrey Epstein? That's possible.
Yeah, they're called Epsteins.
Oh, the Epsteins. Z. Cavarici Epsteins.
It does look like them.
Yeah.
They even got the mustache, the same thing. But check out the link I just sent you.
Okay.
Oh, and the
'Cause this
guy
is
next to him with the
how
earpiece.
easily fooled these dum-dums are.
Okay, so.
The full frame?
Yeah, I got the full frame up on screen.
So then look at right by the dude to supposedly Epstein's left on his shoe.
Yeah.
You've got the white of diamonds.
The white of diamonds? What am I looking?
It's the Gemini watermark.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. A little AI image right there.
All it takes is a content-aware fill on Photoshop, y'all. Jeez, oh, Pete, get it together.
Yeah, and that is making the rounds. And but also another one that is leading to people down this rabbit hole is that supposedly someone using the gamer handle like little St. James, they had, which was like supposedly used by Epstein because Epstein was a big gamer. At least that's what they're saying. And they're saying that this gamer tag logged in to play Rocket League, which is a multi.
Oh, don't forget Fortnite as well.
Did he log on to Fortnite too?
His account was active on Fortnite, but we do know he got banned for using the N and the F word on Xbox Live.
Yeah, so that's correct. And so I guess the explanation as why, according to EA, from what I saw with like Rocket League, is that his original gamer handle, like Little St. James, something like that, was released. So it was no longer in use. And so somebody else scooped up that gamer tag, started to use it in Rocket League. So it's not like Epstein is sitting in Tel Aviv playing Rocket League and Fortnite, drinking Coca-Cola, eating Cheetos. They're saying that there's a reasonable explanation that the gamer tags were released and other people grabbed them up and started using them. So that's possible. But it all leads back to, PolyMarkets. Is all this going to culminate to something to where Epstein will be discovered alive? I think it's a possibility. I think that if there's one thing that could...
Wait. You're saying after almost 7 years that the Epstein suicide is suspicious?
I'm saying it's a bit hinky. Absolutely.
I'm not sure I'm on board with that, Mike. I don't think anyone's ever brought that up.
Well, there's multiple different angles to that. Now, the most salacious is that he's alive and he was, he got out alive. The other is like he didn't kill himself. He was killed because he knew too much. But when it comes to, if it were to be discovered, like commonly known that Epstein was alive and he was living in Israel, like irrefutable proof came out. Like not the AI image that we showed Joe, but we're talking about live video. We're talking about something that is verified from multiple camera angles. It came out. It was run with. It was all around the internet at that point. What do you think would happen in the United States? Do you think that event could cause a groundswell to actually crumble or take down the current government?
It's nudging in the right direction. That's the thing, is that even when they weren't releasing the files, it became clear that, and then, they do a whole song and dance passing out, the Epstein files, and then all those Israel firsters go and get them, and they're acting like, this is great. This is just phase one, and then it turns out to be nothing. Like, people are like,
bullshit.
You guys are literally hiding pedophiles. Like, you'll do anything
It's bullshit.
other than you'll collect taxes. You'll send us all to jail. You'll take away our speech. You'll arrest people for protesting an abortion. But you guys go ahead and drink your blood and have sex with kids. Do whatever you need to do. It's cool. Yeah. We need roads. We'll pay you whatever it takes. Go bomb some people.
Let's do it.
I think that
I don't know. I think
could
it'll
be an
edge
event.
people closer to just like understanding who the enemy is. I hope. That's my hope.
I maybe. But I think if there is a catalyzing event, it could be that. And at the end of last year, I talked about astrological predictions for 2026 and talked about how there are various cycles throughout at least the United States, and how when there's revolution or internal conflict, it definitely correlates to astrological bodies. And various astronomers have realized this, cataloged it, and they projected that starting pretty much in 2026, and just coincidentally, right around July 4th of this year, which marks the 250th anniversary of the birth of our nation, there is going to be some sort of event that astrologically lines up. Now, it could mean that it is just a rejuvenation of the country. We find new patriotism and we find a new path forward, or it means that there's some sort of revolution and we find another path forward based off of that. Now, if Epstein was found to be alive, that could be the event that is nonpartisan. You have people on every side of the aisle, people who aren't even really into politics or fit Democrat or Republican, that would be on board and say, you guys lied. Not even just Trump at that point, but everyone underneath of him, the previous administrations that covered it up. And you couldn't help but to have some sort of real revolution. I think that could be the event that really kicks off some sort of significant change. Might not be good, but.
By the way, I did find the un-AI version of this image. If you want to,
yeah, I do. I desperately want to see it. That's all I want to see. Oh my God, that's the Hulkster's walking in Tel Aviv. That's crazy.
That's for damn sure.
I thought he was bigger. Like the Hulkster is, he looks like he's like 6'1" in that picture. I thought he was dead. You're telling me the Hulkster faked his own death so he could escape to Israel and play Fortnite? That's crazy.
Hang out with Epstein.
Brother.
Well, there's another politician out there that claims he has inside information and related to Epstein. I'm not sure why he would announce this. This is information that I would imagine you'd want to kind of play close to the chest, and if you get a chance, just release it. Next time you get in Congress or have a chance to be on the floor, just release it. Don't talk about it. Just release it. This is Representative Thomas Massie saying that he has very important information that could lead to the arrest of Hillary Clinton. Or, I'm sorry, bring down even more people related to Epstein. Here we go.
It's that simple.
Why do you think he is working so hard not to get them released for so many months? What do you think the real reason is?
These files implicate billionaires and friends of his and political donors that he's trying to protect. And Epstein also had close ties to our own intelligence agencies and Israel's intelligence agencies. That's why there's so much effort in trying to stop this. And I do believe they'll try to stop it somewhere else. And that's going to backfire on them too.
All right, well, it's Rep. Tom Massie. So it's a little older of a clip, but he's one of the few fighting between party lines to get for even more information. And then, a bunch of nerds out there, Joe, have discovered that you can reverse engineer some of these redacted documents. And it's pretty fascinating in how they did it. I'm trying to see if I got the link over here, but a lot of the documents that were released, they just had base 64 encoded strings. And because of the way they scan the documents, some real nerds out there who understand fonts, base 64 encoding, and PDFs are able to kind of reverse engineer some of these redacted documents and kind of put them back together. And most of them, most of what was put back together is just documents that includes various names, people that are like very powerful people that just didn't want to be named in the Epstein files. And that's basically it. But there are ways to reverse engineer some of these redacted files by taking those strings and running it basically through a script, AI, and a little bit of knowledge of base 64 encoding. So that's fun. Joe, do you got anything on Epstein before we move on?
Oh, God, I got a whole segment.
You got a whole segment on Epstein? Okay.
Yeah, you can bounce around. We go
All
back
right.
to it.
All right. Well,
it's never going to die. It's like we said on
until we find him, okay?
Previous shows.
It's until we find this guy, it's not going to go away.
It's just like every day. We could just open up X and just start reading tweets.
Pretty much.
Or whatever.
Pretty much. So he could be alive. He could be dead. I'm telling you, he's alive.
Hey, I'm telling you, the pig man is alive.
Yeah, he is alive, the pig man. Let us talk about something just a little different. It's a little different. Let me bounce over there. Here we go. Let's bounce. The Winter Olympics. Do you care about this? Does anybody... Were you even aware that the Winter Olympics were going on, Cretchen?
Actually, yes, but not for the reason that people think. It has nothing to do with the actual sports things going on. And I actually toned the bone in our Discord. He and I have been chatting back and forth about the new microphone techniques they're using under the ice for a lot of the events, which improves just the sound field in the space. So, but that's my interest is purely on the production side. I don't give anything about the actual competitions.
Was there ever a time that you did care about the competition?
No.
Really? Not even as a youngster growing up?
No.
I remember it as an event or just a series of events that I would pay attention to, especially as a young kid. I would get excited for the Summer Olympics or the Winter Olympics, and I would often watch those each one of the sporting events whenever it was on with my family. I remember it was a bigger thing. I remember that there was actually some sort of sense of national pride associated with the Olympics. And I don't know if it's due to my age or because we're in the age of social media and streaming and everyone's attention is divided in so many different directions, but it seems like less people care about the Olympics. Like Olympic athletes used to be celebrities. They used to be people of note. They used to get like brand deals, be on Wheatie boxes, and be as far as I know, international icons for a short period of time. But they were icons, and anymore, do you know any Olympic athletes? Probably not really.
Well, they also used to get really into the competition. They would pay their sketchy boyfriends to jump out with a lead pipe and hit other competitors in the knees so they couldn't go to the Olympics.
Yeah, back when competitors really knew how to compete. They cared about the sport.
But no, I don't know any of the athletes. I don't know, anything about any of the competitions. I'm not sure exactly when they are. I know I think it runs for about 2 weeks starting yesterday or the day before, but yeah, not on my radar at all.
Yeah, well, here's just a couple headlines related to the Olympics, and I'll have to check the Discord and find out why they're putting microphones under the ice. It sounds like it must be an incredibly high-tech microphone.
No, it just has to do with improving the audio for people watching, and it's true. Of all things, I was watching clips from the curling, and you can hear not only the stone, but the dudes out there with their Swiffer mops. They also, by the way, the sound mix on that was bad because they had the competitors mic'd too hot, so all they do is shout at each other, and that's all you could hear was shouting.
Okay.
Well, American...
And Al Gore, who's just in the audience shouting.
He can always hear him.
He brings his own mic.
Yeah.
We need to obey the first law of holes.
American freestyle skiers admit they have mixed emotions about representing U.S. at Olympics amid ice raids. Yes, and because of
this
this
is why they're not on Wheaties boxes.
Well,
are you proud to represent your country? Well, I don't like Trump. How come I don't get a Wheaties box?
Well, it's very controversial, and J.D. Vance was at the Olympics, and it did appear as though the crowd started to boo J.D. Vance at the Olympics.
Well, it is a bunch of, the Olympics being they're in Italy, so it's just a bunch of globalist communists out there, so...
Well, yeah. Well, the controversy with that, before I go back to the other story, is ABC appears to cut crowd booing of J.D. Vance from Winter Olympics broadcast. So it appears they're accusing NBC of...
ABC.
It says NBC. If I said ABC, sorry, it's NBC. They're accusing NBC of some sort of editing here to cut down crowd booing. But yeah, J.D. Vance was greeted by a chorus of boos when he appeared at the opening ceremony of the Winter Olympics. So let's see if I can bring that up real quick. I'm going to see J.D. Vance Olympics and see if we can hear the boos.
Did he have his long Jerry curl hair?
No, I don't think so. And I wonder if somebody did an AI version of J.D. Vance at the Olympics. Fat J.D. Vance.
I'm about to. Let me find some photos.
Yes, please. I want to see Fat J.D. Vance competing in the Olympics with AI.
Is he competing or is he leading the opening procession? I thought.
Well, he's leading the procession. So here is a little bit of the video. This is what shows maybe jeering or cheering. I can't tell. Listen.
In an individual sport, what an honor for her.
There is the Vice President, J.D. Vance, and his wife, Usha. Oop. Those are not... those are a lot of boos for him. Whistling, jeering, some applause. Not a lot.
It sounded, there were some boos, there's some cheering, some jeering, but a lot of groaning. And
some smearing, some wearing.
A few moanings.
Endearing.
Yeah.
It was quite endearing.
But there was some noise. I heard Trump out in the background there.
I heard him from here.
Yeah, hold on. Let me play it again and see how Trump sounds in the background.
In an individual
oh, yeah.
Sport, what an
yeah, there it is.
There is the Vice President, J.D. Vance, and his wife, Usha. Those are not... those are a lot of boos for him. Whistling, jeering, some applause.
A little bit.
All right. Well, yeah.
A little bit.
So, yeah, J.D. Vance really took it on the chin with all those boos. As speed skater Erin Jackson led Team USA into the San Siro Stadium, she was greeted by cheers, but when the TV cameras cut to J.D. Vance and his wife, Usha, there were boos, jeers, and a smattering of applause from the crowd. So just a smattering. The reaction was shown on Canadian broadcasters, CBC's feed, with one commenter saying, there is Vice President J.D. Vance and his wife. Oops. Those are a lot of boos for him. Whilst jeering and some applause. So, The Guardian, see it here. If I remember correctly, I think...
the Guardian's certainly even-handed.
Yeah, this is expected to a certain point. So it's not uncommon. I believe even the great Dick Cheney got booed once or twice, right? I think both Dick Cheney and George W. Bush got repeatedly booed.
I think it was Jimmy Dore talking about of all the stuff coming out in the Epstein files. There's no mention of Dick Cheney anywhere.
That's a great point by Jimmy Dore, because you'd imagine that Cheney, for as long as he was in government and connected, like as deep state as you probably could get, and there's no mention of him, I find that hard to believe. They must have scrubbed him. And this is, I guess, these files are only what the Justice Department is releasing. They're not anything having to do with possibly what the CIA has or anything else. So, They had time to scrub. They had time to curate files.
But to your point, they seem to not be doing a very good job of redacting stuff. And then people pointing out they're getting upset because the same emails will be referred to elsewhere. And some of the information is unredacted, so you can combine several pages together and get all the information.
Yeah.
Anyway,
a lot of
on the Olympics, no, people they're gonna boo. That's fine. Just like they do in the same thing. If Trump shows up at the Super Bowl, he's gonna get booed. The stupid thing is for the athletes to shoot their mouth off.
Yeah, so
just be neutral about it and say, "Oh, I'm not paying attention to that. I'm focused on the competition here. Just happy to be here representing blah blah blah." Play it down the middle. But instead, they go, "I don't like ice." Right, I'm glad you brought that into the conversation.
Yeah,
that seems relevant.
After JD got booed, do we have that fat picture of JD at the?
I'm working on it.
Okay. I'd love to see a very overweight JD Vance at the Olympics.
I'm trying to get the meme version.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. I'll let you do your work. I'm sorry. So back to the original article. American freestyle skiers admit that they have mixed emotions about representing the U.S. at the Olympics because of the ice raids. Yes.
Man, I got mixed emotions about this.
Again, seems relevant. Also, these people are clearly experts on current affairs. So,
two team U.S. athletes, this is what it says, two team U.S. athletes are speaking out about what it means to them to represent their country before the rest of the world amid a season of political turmoil at home. While several athletes skirted around the question of politics with diplomatic answers about representing personal values at the 2026 Winter Olympics, freestyle skiers Chris Lillis and Hunter Hess, what a name, acknowledged that wearing red, white, and blue at this point in history comes with mixed emotions during a press conference February 6th.
Man, I got mixed emotions about this one.
Okay, let's see what they say. Lillis, 27, said that he loves the United States and would never want to represent any other country at the games. Still, he acknowledged that he is heartbroken over what is happening in the U.S. amid President Trump's aggressive immigration crackdown. Okay, interesting. Quote, a lot of times athletes are hesitant to talk about political views and how we feel about things. I feel heartbroken about what's happening in the United States, he said. I'm pretty sure you're referencing ICE and some of the protests and things like that. I think that as a country, we need to focus on respecting everyone's rights and making sure that we're treating our citizens as well as anybody with love and respect. He continued, I hope that when people look at athletes competing in the Olympics, they realize that that's the America we're trying to represent. Hess, meanwhile, said, it brings up mixed emotions to represent the United States at the 2026 games.
A little bit.
It's a little hard. There's obviously a lot going on that I'm not the biggest fan of, and I think that a lot of people aren't. The skier, 27, said, I think for me, it's more I'm representing my friends and family back home, all the things that I believe are good about the United States. Hess noted that just because I wear the flag doesn't mean I represent everything that is going on in the United States. I just kind of want to do it for my friends and family and the people I support and the people that supported me getting here. The immigration conversation in the U.S. has become heated in recent months, especially after the shooting deaths of Renee Good and Alex Preddy by federal agents in Minnesota. ICE tactics, including the nearly 2-week detainment of a 5-year-old boy, have drawn outrage from some, prompting protests nationwide and abroad. Citizens of Milan and the main home of the 2026 Olympics staged an anti-ICE protest.
Oh, that seems relevant.
So they staged an anti-ICE protest in Italy?
In Italy, yeah.
Okay.
That seems grassroots.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, this guy, who's this guy? A speed skater extraordinaire who's just stuffing his foot in his mouth as far as he can go?
Well, I got to say it. For a 27-year-old guy, they gave fairly good answers. I guess. They didn't come down.
Why is he talking about it?
He was asked a question.
Yeah, and they said at the beginning, most other athletes except these two jamokes deferred with diplomatic responses, which is the correct response.
Well, he loved to talk, and he wants his face out there.
Box.
Yeah,
I love it.
Yeah. So he wanted to talk. He wanted his name out there. And look, People Magazine wrote an article about him. So he's got his face out there. He's got his brand, and I hope he's a good skier. I hope he wins a gold medal, Joe. Yay! All right.
There's apparently a Super Bowl going on, too.
Apparently there's a Super Bowl going on, and there is a guy named Bad Bunny that is going to perform there. Now, I don't...
Like, everybody... It's funny that's the first thing you go to, because it's like even in the Olympics. And then there was a down in Australia, wasn't there a tennis game, and there was some reporter trying to get everybody to dog on America and Donald Trump. We should find that clip.
I don't have that clip, but if
you heard it though, right?
No, I haven't heard it. I just have this one clip about Bad Bunny in the Super Bowl before I pass it over to you.
Everybody has to get pissed about something, is basically.
Yeah.
I have your picture of J.D. Vance. Right?
Oh, awesome. Let's look. There is J.D. Vance, partying at the Olympics. He looks very happy that he's getting booed. Oh, interesting. Okay. I thought he was thinner, but he's not.
Not fat J.D. Vance isn't thinner.
I thought Fat Vance is a little thinner, but no.
Nope.
He's a jolly man.
Yes.
When it comes to the Super Bowl, this snuck up on me too. You know, I got to bet on Epstein is alive and the winner of the Super Bowl in PolyMarkets. Okay. Well, Bad Bunny is performing, or No Bunny, whatever his name is, and some people are not very happy about that, or at least they're not very happy about his name. One of those people is John Cougar Mellencamp. You might know him. He's a little guy from Indiana. He's a small town boy. And he was talking to Bill Maher about this very situation, about what's going on with Bad Bunny. I'll play this. Talk about being non-controversial. Here is John Cougar Mellencamp. I'm not going to watch the game.
I said, I'm not doing this.
Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
What does it matter what your name is?
It matters.
Well, plainly it didn't.
No, it did. It matters.
Why? You sold records as John Cougar. You sold records as John Cougar Mellencamp. You sold records as John Mellencamp.
The songs were okay.
That's right. The songs were okay.
That's what I'm saying. The name...
And the critics did not like it. You know, they thought it was cornball. They like Bad Bunny. It's kind of a corny name. I mean, I don't have anything against the guy, but it is a funny name.
Yeah, almost all rock acts have funny names. I mean,
no.
What are the Shondells? You know, I mean, there's just... Anyway, let's before we run out of time...
I guess, that clip's going around. I guess the fans of Bad Bunny are very sensitive to their favorite rock star being made fun of a little bit. Not even being made fun of by John Cougar, but he's just basically poking fun at his name. Take it easy. Like, he's making fun of himself there. Like John Cougar. He just likes to smoke everywhere he goes.
When I first heard about the artist, I was like, man, woman, I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm already disinterested just by the name alone.
I don't know any of his songs. I have no idea what any of his songs sound like. So
get off my lawn, Bad Bunny.
Yeah, I have no idea about the guy. And that's not true. I know he's from Puerto Rico, and I know he hosted Saturday Night Live. But other than that, I don't know anything. So
I found the Australian Open clip. With
cool.
Reporter. You could bounce around in it. Like, if you scrub through, there'll probably be several. Because there's a New York Times reporter who's just, unrelenting.
He really wants to generate some controversy.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's what everybody seems to have seen.
Okay. Let's see.
Hey, Amanda. Congratulations on the win. I've been asking a lot of the American players just how it feels to play under the American flag right now, and I'm curious how you feel.
Yeah, I mean, I was born in America, so I'm always proud to represent my country. And yeah, a lot of us are doing really well, and it's great to see a lot of, great athletes on the women's side, on the men's side. So yeah, I feel like we're all doing a great job representing ourselves.
But he wasn't done there. He had another go.
Just to clarify a little, I mean, sort of in the context of the last year of everything that's been happening in the U.S., does that complicate that feeling at all?
I don't think that's relevant.
Good on Anna. I think she aced that one, and it was a double fault from the reporter.
I was looking for a clip that had all the players, because he's asking every American player the same type of questions.
He's trying to get something going. Trying to create controversy, trying to get people riled up. They want the American citizens at each other's throats.
Exactly. Well, again, and it's because if you guys are all yelling at each other about this dumb bullshit, you're not looking at these pedophiles who are drinking, terrified baby blood and wearing their faces. It's like, I think we got some real problems.
Yeah. Well, let's pass it over to you, Joe. Here we go.
Oh my God! Already?
Yeah, it's 12:40, 12:45.
I lost complete track of time.
Here we go.
Let's take each other's hand as we jump into the final frontier. Mad about Jews, baby. Yeah, I'm mad about Jews.
Mad about Jews.
Mad about Jews, baby. Yeah, I'm mad about Jews.
Get a ride. No.
What's that?
No.
What the hell was that?
Yeah, what the hell was that?
New intro music.
I don't know if I like it.
Okay. Sometimes we test stuff.
I like it a lot.
We test stuff.
This is the kind of stuff that when our listeners find me on Instagram or wherever, this is the first thing they think. I know who hates Jews. Joe will love this. They'll send me all this crap.
Yes.
It's like my algorithm is like Dan Blazarian and that kind of stuff. So, but it's there. I think that is a big part of the issue that's happening right now, and maybe we'll get to these clips. But the one person they haven't asked RFK about in the as far as Epstein, and there was some association there, but he did kind of come out strong. So I sent that clip to you.
Okay. Let us go over there and play this clip. Okay. Come on. I'm not a big fan of video on Twitter. I'm learning to adapt, though. I am learning to adapt to this. Here we go.
Nobody seems to want to fall on this grenade, but I'm just going to step up and do the right thing here. Okay, so knowing that the entertainment industry, big tech, and government is run by perverts and psychopaths, but not seeing any arrests is causing high blood pressure and stress in the population. And stress is a bummer, total bummer. For this reason, my team and I will be seeking the death penalty for everyone who has facilitated the takeover of our country and culture. Throwing all the traitors in the electric chair, or possibly something artsy like drawing and quartering live on pay-per-view, would really help the average American chill out and relax at a time like this. And that's the name of the game. That's Health 101.
For people who don't know, that was AI-generated satire. It's gotten really good. That voice is really well done. That's very well done.
I'm guessing 11 Labs.
Maybe. I don't even know if 11 Labs could do that good, but it was spot on.
So did I send the next one?
Yeah,
I don't know if we played this one last. I think I picked this one up on Thursday, but like I said, all of the Zionist Israel firsters who are all about the culture war, Dave Rubin's, all the people at PragerU, Ben Shapiro, who's, owning, late teen, early 20-year-olds, because, with easy wins about transgenderism and all this other crap. So Ben Shapiro just does not want to stop, along with Laura Loomer and all these other morons. Cat turd.
Let's see what Benny Boy has got to say. I'm not sure if we played it. Here we go.
However, when President Trump speaks for the American people more generally, and he says, guys, don't we have better things to do? You can understand his irritation. The man is trying to negotiate an end to a war in the Gaza Strip. He's trying to negotiate an end to a war in Ukraine. He's attempting to revivify the American economy. He's attempting to crack down on illegal immigration. On a list of American priorities by the polls, the Epstein-Maxwell case comes in pretty close to zero, just on a list of priorities.
Like, who is he talking to? And where is he getting these numbers?
He must be talking to a very small slice of the American electorate because
he's a fucking Hasbara, like Mossad agent. Like at this point, it's they can't, like they're just their hand is exposed. Like it's just done. You guys are done. His whole thing, like he was losing 1,000 subscribers a month, and he might still be doing that.
I think we're getting a subscriber. We're getting 1,000 a year, Joe. So we're getting a little bit of that traffic.
That's right. Everybody's done listening to his. I mean, just his voice alone. It's like, ugh, how did he ever make any, mark anywhere within any movement? He's just irritating.
I think unraveling the Epstein situation is critical to getting America back on the right path.
But just take him at face value and think, okay, so is it my algorithm or is everyone on X obsessed with digging through these files? Because I don't hear any of them saying, boy, Trump's about to seal the deal in Ukraine. Like they're all being like, holy crap, look at this one. It's all day, every day for as long as this has been out, which is since last Friday, the Friday before.
So that could be algorithm capture, but my algorithm is suggesting the same stuff, and I have to actively go outside my algorithm to find news. Now, it is true that Trump is getting, and I have articles here about Trump trying to solidify a peace deal in Gaza rebuilding. But according to social media in the algorithm, people are really interested in the Epstein stuff.
How could they not? They've made a big spectacle of it. Pam Bondi's on the Project Veritas talking about it. She said the tapes are sickening and all this crap. And then they're like, I mean, we didn't mean that. There's nothing. Duh. And then you got Ben Shapiro over here saying this. It's like, it's absolutely, I don't even know what it's kind of offensive that he would come to this country, pretend like he loves it. It's irritating. And, Candace Owens had a really good last show on Thursday. I think it was Thursday. She doesn't do a show on Friday, but she's gotten to a point, like if you like crime drama, whodunit kind of stuff, she's at the point where she's calling out like Emily, what's her name? Kirk.
Erica
Kirk. Yeah. And all roads lead back to her, and it's just fascinating, and the Ben Shapiro getting involved in all that and commenting on all that, like she has all the receipts that show that Charlie Kirk hated Ben Shapiro, and that somehow he gets to be opening speaker at AmFest this year. It's just insane. And then Ben Shapiro talking about we're going to hold Charlie Kirk's bloody microphone and continue his legacy. It's like, who the fuck are you, dude? What are you talking about?
Is it possible that Candace Owens is also a Mirage man or a Mirage woman? She's being led down a path.
Of course you would say that.
Yeah, I have to. Yeah, I
don't know why you have to.
Because anybody who claims to have the inside track or the truth about a situation can be easily misled by their own findings.
I mean, you're probably not listening to the show, and
she's
very thorough.
It doesn't mean she's right. Just because you're thorough doesn't mean you're right. I know there's a lot of people that are thorough who are not correct.
Shut up. Let's move on.
You can tell me to shut up all you want, Joe. You're following a crime drama show, which I understand. But so you're getting upset just the way that when I talk about UFOs and I follow that subject, which you know nothing about, and I tell you to shut up about it, It's the same thing. You question me, but I'm not allowed to question you on this stuff? That's bullshit.
This is so like the you got Piss Beard and all these people who have like a track record of O for O is all. Do you know what I mean? Like it's and I'm I think skepticism, yes, healthy.
Yes.
But the track record there is like Bigfoot, all this is shaky camera Bigfoot. I like it. I like the subject matter. Who's that gay buff guy who's totally wrong about everything?
Stephen Greer.
Yeah, Greer. I mean, it's just like, when are these people? It's just like same with Ben Shapiro. Like, when are these people going to go away? They're noise.
Well, until there's actually proof, like legitimate proof of what she is saying, Candace Owens, like irrefutable, then in the same boat as pretty much as Bigfoot at this point. And
She's not really saying anything. She's just exposing where Turning Point and all these people are full of shit. And
yeah, it could be. They could be covering up for something. Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of.
I don't want to hang on this subject. Move on.
You brought it up.
I know, but this is too long for this one piece.
I don't
want to hang on this one.
Okay, we'll go to Laura Loomer.
Yeah, she's always a delight. This is why people think there's tension on the show.
Yes, when I dare question Joe. When I question Joe and Empress Candace Owens, yes.
You sound like Alex Jones. And by the way, Alex Jones is tweeting that Epstein is alive shit too.
Okay. Well, he could be. There we go.
If you follow me on X, then you know over the weekend I spent a lot of time going through these Epstein files, and I was looking to see which other world leaders were there because, again, I'm not denying that there are Israelis or Jewish individuals within these Epstein files, but it's very one-sided. It's very one-sided, the way that these accounts online are sensationalizing that information. I mean, why are we not allowed to talk about other world leaders who are mentioned in these Epstein files? It turns out members of the Al-Thani family were very close with Jeffrey Epstein. I posted several tweets about it. In fact, you can see here, I posted Jeffrey Epstein communicated with Qatar's ruling family about the Muslim Brotherhood and visited Qatar 2 days before the presidential election in 2016. Jeffrey Epstein's private plane was invited to land in Doha, Qatar by Sheikh Jabor bin Yusuf bin. These names are just so ridiculous.
Unless you want to
my
bounce
God.
around through that timeline. But like, could you imagine subscribing to her podcast? Like, who listens to that?
I don't find her voice appealing. That's for sure.
Her face either.
I try to listen to podcasts, and there's no benefit to her being on camera. It doesn't benefit anybody, me or her.
So then, obviously, because I hate Jews,
mm-hmm.
There's 2 tweets that are up here. There's the one with the removed. It looks like a form field. That's just a quickie. It's just the Justice Department deleted 34 documents related to Netanyahu and Epstein. And then if you go to that last tweet, again, why does he feel the need to come out and say stuff like this? Like, this guy needs to go away. He's his own worst enemy at this point.
I'll bring up
BB.
Is that
old BB?
Is that the tweet X. Just below the other one, or is it?
Yeah, it's it's got a little bit of Hebrew in the thing.
Yeah.
It's the last tweet.
Yeah. Let me see here.
I mean, it's a reader.
I see. Okay. The last tweet is from Benjamin Netanyahu saying Jeffrey Epstein's unusual close relationship with Ehud Barak doesn't suggest Epstein worked for Israel. It proves the opposite. Stuck on his election loss from over 2 decades ago, Barak has for years obsessively attempted to undermine Israeli democracy by working with anti-Zionist radical left in failed attempts to overthrow the elected Israeli government. Barak's personal fixation led him to engage in activities publicly and behind the scenes to undermine the government of Israel, including fueling mass protest movements, fomenting unrest, and feeding false media narratives. That's what he got out of the documents?
Yeah. You buying it?
No. No, it seems like everyone's got something that they want to cover up.
Yeah, we talked about it on the last show where the guy's like, who was in, these various countries at which times, and it all lined up with the redacted name in the document. I think that was one of the last clips from my segment on Wednesday. But you talked about showing the original PizzaGate thing with Ben Swann, and I'll wrap it up with Kim and Ben Swann, but I have a shitload of stuff. So if you want to bounce around I don't know if you can bounce around in Instagram.
No, it's difficult. Once you play it, you just kind of got to let it go. But this is Ben Swann. It's probably worth it. So this is probably a good place to start.
Cut into the middle though.
Let's see here. It's a good one.
I think I might be able to get the.
Well, we can play a little bit of this one if he's got a new one. I think this is the original one.
Yeah, but he's been completely vindicated.
Yeah, pretty much at this point. Let me play it. It's loading. We got a hard load.
I think I'm gonna be able to find one.
We got a hard load time. Here we go.
Gate. It became a major story weeks ago when an armed man decided to investigate a D.C. area pizza place for himself. This man right here, he carried a rifle into a pizza parlor and then fired it at the floor. Media is telling you the entire story is a hoax or fake news. But what does that even mean? I spent the last month investigating. So what exactly is PizzaGate? And are there any actual facts to support the story? I've got to warn you, what we're going to talk about tonight will be disturbing to some people. But this is a reality check you won't see anywhere else. PizzaGate actually comes from the WikiLeaks release of hacked emails from Clinton campaign chairman John Podesta.
Hey, yo.
In all, WikiLeaks dumped around 50,000 email messages, and it was from those emails that the claims that John Podesta may be part of a child sex trafficking ring come from. Now, to be clear, not one single email in the Podesta emails discusses child sex trafficking or pedophilia. That is a fact. But there are dozens of what seem to be strangely worded emails dealing with pizza and handkerchiefs. Self-described online investigators say that those words in the emails about pizza and the talk of handkerchiefs is code language used by pedophiles. So how did a DC pizza parlor get pulled into the story? Well, again, read any mainstream report and they indicate that Comet Ping Pong Pizza was somehow linked to this fake story and has no relation to anyone involved. But the truth is, that's not true either. What media is ignoring is that the Comet Ping Pong Pizza place is actually referenced in the Podesta emails at least a dozen or so times, and that the owner of that place, James Alfantis, is a friend of John Podesta. He was actually named, this is kind of strange, by GQ magazine as one of the top 50 most powerful people in Washington. Yes, we're talking about a pizza parlor owner. Now let's talk facts here. There is no solid evidence that Comet Ping Pong Pizza is being used to run a child sex trafficking ring. But there are some very strange connections between Comet Ping Pong Pizza and a second pizza place 2 doors over, Besta Pizza, and the accusations of pedophilia. Now this is where things start to get strange when you research this story. Now to begin, I need to show you a 2007 unclassified FBI document. That document, according to the FBI, contains commonly used symbols by pedophiles to express their preference in children. I want you to see these images here. These are the images. Notice this one on the end, the triangle. That image signifies something called boy love. The pizza place next door to Comet Ping Pong Pizza, Besta Pizza, well, this was their logo until only a few weeks ago. Clearly, you can see that the Besta logo actually contains the same image, I'm going to show you again, as that boy lover image.
Wow, I love this.
Interestingly, after PizzaGate investigators pointed this out, Besta Pizza changed their logo, and there it is now. They've removed the triangle. Also, Comet Ping Pong, owned by Alfantis, is the place where a number of performance artists perform regularly. 2 of the groups that perform there, who you can see advertised, by the way, on this Comet Ping Pong poster, include a group called Heavy Breathing and another group called Sex Stains.
What?
Well, if you check out the YouTube videos by these bands, Heavy Breathing has songs that do joke about pedophilia. And the band Sex Stains has a video that includes, and you see it right there, that same boy lover symbol. It's nearly identical to the one that the FBI does say is a pedophile code symbol for boy love. As I said, there are some strange things there. As for the owner of the pizza place, James Alfantis, well, he was one time in a relationship with David Brock, who ran Media Matters for America. Well, since PizzaGate began to blow up online, he has made his Instagram profile, Jimmy Comet, private. But an archive search of Instagram reveals a number of strange photographs and words with strange and disturbing images associated with them. Look, to the point where we can't show you those pictures. We're not even going to describe them to you.
Where he's at now. Let's go to the future here because he was on Kim Iverson.
So I'm glad they brought that up. Podesta, and like mentioning Podesta and the pizza map and all that stuff. Yeah, let's see where Ben Swann is right now. Let me bring this up.
Stuff.
Sorry, we line it up right here.
So I'll give you two of them. One of them specifically says that I'm in the mood for pizza and grape soda, right? And then he says, only you would understand, winking face. What? Like, who sends a message like that? And it's like a single line in an email. It's not even like, there's no context to it. It's just a single line. I'm in the mood for pizza and grape soda. Only you would understand, wink. It's like, why are you winking at me? I mean, if you really wanted pizza. Another one says, it's a email from one person to another. They're all redacted, so we don't know who's saying these things. And it says, are you sitting down? I have big news for you. Jeffrey wants to come and have pizza with you at a pizza place. He doesn't say yet which pizza place it will be, but like how this is an incredible thing that he's going to do this with you, and he knows that you're in the know on this. Winking face. Again, what? Like the context behind these emails is so bizarre that they constantly refer to the need for pizza or how many pizzas. There's one where they talk about they're going to order a pizza or they already have pizza and they have a single slice and 7 people are going to be there. And they say, but we only have one slice. So how do we divvy it up among all of us? What?
Okay, so go to the next.
Again, there's no context. And a lot of these emails, and this is, I think, the most suspicious part of it.
Different start points.
Okay, that's fine.
The Kim Iverson show. And it's maybe less about Ben than it is about Kim.
Let me, so this is the second
play
one.
A little bit of this and then jump forward on her. Like she like the red pills are hitting her hard.
It hurts. Gotta drink some water when you drink those red pills. Come on.
Because it's so difficult to wrap our minds around. I mean, it is for most people extremely difficult to imagine that adults would get together and abuse young children in this way. And the only thing, I mean, I've really had to wrestle with this, like really thinking about, of course, I know that pedophilia exists. There's definitely many abused children. We know this. The FBI is constantly, at least I hope, investigating, child pornography. Where is it coming from? Who's making it? Who's downloading it? Right. All of these things. Right. But so we know it exists. It's not like, oh, this is an unreal thing. It's just hard to imagine that, people would get together, people we know in the news, people we know in our government, people we see in the magazines, that they would be getting together and doing something so heinous. And then in front of the cameras, being like totally normal people and having even children of their own. It's very difficult to wrap our minds around that. And the only thing that has allowed me to kind of wrap my mind around it is, especially with politics and power. In order to rise up, unfortunately, in our political system, in order to rise to the top echelons of power, you've got to be pretty darn heartless. Like, you have to be willing to bomb children in other countries, to bomb innocent people, to murder them and say, well, it's for our own purposes. It's, who was it that said, 500,000 children in Iraq were killed. The woman, was it?
So what I like about that segment when I was watching it was, it reminds me of when you got me into all this bull crap, as I bring up often. That was kind of the hardest thing for me, was when you start to they would do this, the people would, and then you put them all together, like the JFK shooting, Hiroshima and the bombs, and then like the MK Ultras and just all the, like Fauci torturing, beagles. that are restrained, and they cut out their vocal cords so they couldn't,
bark,
cry, and they didn't have to hear. Yeah, I don't want to be inconvenienced by my dog torture. You know what I mean? Cut those vocal cords right out. But it's so goddamn heinous that you're like, I guess they do. They are okay with it. And that was like the biggest hurdle, I think, for me to get over. And I was very sad. I was very despondent, depressed in a way, angry. It's just like they're really this evil. It's crazy.
And do you have like another segment in there?
Yeah, so she goes into there's two classic clips, and they're both from very famous secretaries of state.
You want the third clip of Kim, or do you want that last clip you just posted?
That last one, yeah. There's
okay. Here we go.
That guy.
I've heard that 500,000 children have died. I mean, that's more children than died in Hiroshima. And is the price worth it?
I think this is a very hard choice, but we think the price is worth it.
That's Madeleine Albright.
It's a bargain.
It's a great deal.
It's a good deal. What are you talking about?
We
were going for, a couple million, but, it takes time.
I think it's important. So after all that stuff came out about Podesta, he had all those those emails that came out. He did wind up working in the Biden administration.
Yeah.
And he
was a climate czar.
So he was a climate czar who wound up interfacing, because of his energy policy and climate energy, he wound up interfacing a number of times with the DOE, the Department of Energy, which has the highest level of security clearance there, like I think anywhere, because it deals with like nuclear secrets. So he was a high muckety muck up in the Biden administration, that's for sure.
Yeah, and then there's the last one, which is our other Secretary of State that we love so much.
Oh yes, yeah, she's got personality, that's for sure. Here we go.
That is the land of unconfirmed.
Yes, we came, we saw, he died.
Did it have anything to do with your visit?
No, I'm sure it did.
I'm sure it did. Yeah, they got the Gaddafi, who she's talking about, got murdered, by a lot of, there's a lot of reasons why he ended up dead, but one of them was knives in his ass. So not a fun way to go.
Oh my God.
Probably.
No. That's probably
it's horrific, and this lady's laughing about it.
Probably one of the worst ways to go is to be mutilated by a crowd.
Yeah, it's like torn limb from limb by animals and shit like that. But that's where Kim finally lands, and that's where that's the hardest part about, you get to here and you can't unsee it. You get to the point where it's like, I don't even care anymore. You all are, this is why the left-right thing is just, you and I probably, a lot of people were done with it years ago.
When you see, so for Epstein, he had bank accounts and transaction accounts linked to satanic names, Beelzebub or Satan or Baal.
But that one,
Baal.
They're saying that one's debunked.
Is that debunked? Well,
I didn't look into that one enough.
Very well. But in that interview with Steve Bannon, he certainly does seem to question and think about the Antichrist quite a bit. And same with Peter Thiel. He gave presentations on the Antichrist for 2 days.
I know, that one was crazy.
So these people with a certain amount of wealth in the ruling elite seem to be, I don't know if obsessed, but quite interested in the Antichrist, the darker side. You can call it the darker side of spirituality, the rumors of ritual sacrifice. The only reason you do a ritual is because it's some part of spirituality practice, a darker side. They seem to be obsessed with the dark side.
I mean, Alex Jones, famously with Bohemian Grove, they dismiss him as a kook. And,
that's right.
Yeah, to a degree, but Like, what is George Bush doing out in the woods with a child sacrifice ritual? I don't know if I like my presidents doing that.
No.
They're drunk on our children's blood, for God's sake.
Do you want to take phone calls, or do you want to look at Joe Biden's face, or I have a symbolism from the Bible?
I want to see Joe Biden's face before we take phone calls.
Okay. I was kind of hoping you'd pick.
Come on, man.
I like Joe Biden.
It's an evergreen. We can hold on to it.
Okay.
The great MAGA
king. This is a crazy one. And I see somebody just shared it in the Discord as well. Who is that? Short Fuse.
Short Fuse, yeah, coming in hot. No, 1 second here. Let me start it up. Here we go.
You are not ready for what I found in the Epstein files. Do you remember when I went on Dr. Phil and said that President Biden wasn't actually Biden and it was just someone in a face mask? Everybody laughed, including Dr. Phil.
But you think the president may not even be Joe Biden?
Yeah, I don't think that it probably is Joe Biden. If you look at Joe Biden from 10, 20 years ago and the Joe Biden now, I am not going to gaslight myself into believing that is the same person. Let's read this email. Biden is not your current president. The mask malfunctions on Biden are getting worse each day on purpose. This will end badly for blank, who is posing with a clone on Facebook. The dude playing Biden ain't Biden. Real Biden was an evil, sick, angry man who... That's an actor with a mask. We've been over this 1,000 times. It's never going to change. There's also mentions of crimes against humanity and other stuff in this email. I guess I wasn't so crazy after all, but I'm just a conspiracy theorist. Let me know what you think.
This is a dark rabbit hole. No Agenda's been talking about the Biden double and Biden mask for a long time. It seems like it's real. It's all happening.
So she didn't read this part. Did she read this part? The dude playing Biden ain't Biden. Real Biden was an evil, sick man. She did this, who abused children, including his own children. That's an actor with a fucking mask. We've been over this 1,000 times. It's never going to change. Biden is shot 2019 firing squad.
That's crazy to say. Like, that is insane.
Yeah.
But who said it?
Fired 2 blasts outside the house.
I don't know, man.
That's crazy. But it's awesome. It's a crazy conspiracy theory. Like that is stuff movies are written about. Like that kind of stuff.
I know. Well, we've seen these like CIA masks and how
they're
real
pretty
they
good.
can be. Like this was one back in the 90s or whatever, where they had somebody who was wearing one of these masks go in and talk to like the senior Bush, and I don't think he knew the wiser. We'd have to dig up that story, but it was interesting because it's like that's a long time ago, and that people were buying it. So that technology's probably only gotten better. But there's this last one. I don't know if it's worth it, but it's got some Bush stuff attached to it. But there's pictures attached to it too, if that's the right one. I can't.
I got one where it's a email, then there's a picture of Biden with his mask down and his crazy ear.
Okay, that might be the wrong one. But if for the people viewing the show live, this or on recorded, as you could do on Rumble. But there's a bunch of these pictures together. And we all saw this. We saw like he had these goofy face, like bumps on his face and stuff. And this is why they were hiding him. They were literally hiding him because it's like, and when they say like they're doing this on purpose, I want to know what that's about. Like, why would they be doing this on purpose?
Yeah. It's like whoever played him at the State of the Union did a great job to seem like a feeble old man all hyped up on Adderall.
Angry old man.
Yeah, very. I mean, he really cut loose on people.
Talk about being deprived of your pride. Look at your child. Child.
Oh my God, He was.
I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like I don't want to keep having to talk about it. I don't want my entire feed. I don't want all my algorithms to be this, but that's apparently where we are.
I know it is. Yeah.
Happy birthday, dear Valerie.
Yes.
Oh, I'm ready to party.
Yeah. All right. I'll open up the phone lines for 2 phone calls, and then we will go on and maybe lighten the mood a little bit with Gretchen. Maybe. We'll see.
Promise.
No, my stuff's all about child abuse. So
Okay. Well, we'll try to put a positive spin on it.
You better have that Chuck E. Cheese story. It's not even saying it.
Okay, so you guys can call in 513-461-2175, and we'll be mostly happy to take your phone calls here, and we'll get some people out of the way here. Maybe you have something to say. We don't know. Caller, you are on the air.
Hello, this is Scarlett from Los Angeles calling in.
Hello. Hey, Scarlett. What's going on?
I'm just a long-time listener. This is my 3rd time calling in, and just wanted to say how much I enjoy the show.
Well, we appreciate it. And as your 3rd time, are you requesting a G.I. Joe name?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Now,
hell yeah.
This is a big honor, and I hope you view it as such. You being a woman, I imagine, do you have any inklings of what you might want to call yourself? Do you have a G.I. Joe in mind? Do you want a female G.I. Joe, or does it matter to you?
It really doesn't matter.
Okay.
Mike, I just want to point out, if her name is Scarlett, there is a
there is a G.I. Yeah, you're right.
Joe named Scarlett. So.
Yeah. How about if we just keep you as Scarlett, so we just know who you are, because Scarlett was a G.I. Joe name.
Awesome. I'll keep that as Scarlett.
All right, great. It's like someone calling up as Roadblock and not having to change their name.
My name's Snake Eyes. I need a name.
Yeah. All right, Scarlett.
All right.
That was easy.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you, and awesome. I love you guys. Cretchet. Probably don't get as much love as everyone else, but definitely shout out to Cretchet, Joe, definitely, and the whole show, and everyone listening. Thank you guys. Please blow me up.
Thank you, Scarlett. Yeah, why doesn't Cretchet needs more love? Will someone give Cretchet love? Love him.
Have a clean phone line and don't cuss.
Them's the rules.
I've always said Cretchet's part of the show, that his segment is the best part of the show.
Makes the show.
Caller, you are on the air.
Hey, Mike. This is Matthew from Nebraska.
Hi, Matt. What's going on?
That's not a G.I. Joe name.
Long-time listener, second-time caller.
Oh,
I had a little bit of a follow-up for you guys. I believe it was episode 1332 with the insidious-looking fish with a yarmulke for the show art on October 1st.
Oh, yes.
You covered a bear breaking into a grocery store in Arizona, Fry's supermarket.
Yeah.
Well, I actually have a bit of an insider down in the Oro Valley area. He doesn't live there, but he works with some people in the area. And I brought the story up to him. Said, "Oh, that's crazy. I've been in that supermarket." And he actually talked to some of the police down there. And he told me a bit more about the story.
Okay, what's the inside scoop? We'd love to know. So to recap, we had, like, at a Fry's grocery store, a bear broke in, was rummaging around, and I think some customers spooked the bear, and it ran out eventually, correct?
Yeah. So the bear is known to be quite skittish. He was known for the last couple weeks or more by the police already. He was getting into people's yards, looking in trash, classic bear/raccoon stuff. But then he started making bigger marks, and that's when the law really took an eye to him.
Yeah.
After they spooked him out of the grocery store, he ended up being spotted in a field, like a soccer field, between some residential neighborhoods. So the cops, they went out again. They tried to chase him, and eventually they got him out of the valley.
So where is he now? Is he up north in more Flagstaff area, rummaging around those grocery stores?
Living on a farm.
Oh.
Yeah, from what I've heard, they haven't seen him since. He found better parts, whatever that looks like.
Well, they seem to put a lot of police into action when it comes to bears shoplifting, but not regular humans.
$999. Go for it.
Yeah.
They have a predisposition for violence, I guess.
It's possible, at least shoplifting. Put them in San Francisco. That bear will not be arrested.
Definitely not. He'll roam free.
Yep. Well, thank you.
All right. Well, that's all I had for you. I want to say you're a man after my own heart. You could have made Epstein be a gamer and eat Doritos and Mountain Dew, but instead you had him eat Cheetos and Coca-Cola, and I like that.
I do. I like, when it comes down to gamer snacks, it's a toss-up. I do like Doritos. If I had my choice of gamer snacks, it's going to be Dr. Pepper, most likely, and I do like Doritos, but off the top of my head, Cheetos and Coke.
Yeah, that's what I'd go for. All right, that's all I got for you.
Thanks, Matt.
Blow me up.
Yeah.
Exciting.
We'll see if we have time for one more phone call. And that show art for that show, absolutely amazing. We had it was a cat. I think if I remember, it was a cat looking at a fish wearing a yarmulke, but then there was a dog in a turban, I think, looking at the cat. I'll have to remember. It was genius. Caller, you're on the air.
Hey, how you doing? It's Nick from Pennsylvania.
Hello.
Nick from Pennsylvania. What's going on?
Hey, nothing much, gentlemen. Kind of related, unrelated to where you guys were talking about the PizzaGate stuff.
Nick,
I looked into a little bit. I didn't look into it too heavy, but a little bit ago, I was looking into the Columbine shooters. They worked at a pizza place called Blackjack Pizza.
Mm.
And supposedly there's some arms dealing going on there, some shady shit, probably some kids smuggling, you know how it goes.
Yeah.
The whole background to the Columbine kids and MK Ultra. I mean, that is another deep rabbit hole that on the surface, at the time you just looked at it as a horrific shooting and the trench coat mafia and that whole thing behind. When then you dig into their family background, it just spirals into conspiracy land, and it's hard to wrap your head around it.
Oh, with the military background and all that good stuff. And I was thinking about like Chuck E. Cheese. He's a giant rat, and he's keeping his mouth shut though.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I mean, you don't want to be decommissioned, and Chuck E. Cheese is really on the ways out. So you keep your mouth shut if you want a job.
I just wanted to drop that in there. Maybe people will get looking into it and stuff like that. It's an interesting thing.
Hey, where at in Pennsylvania are you?
I'm in like the Scranton-Wilkes-Barre area.
How far away from Pittsburgh and or Philadelphia?
Well, Philly's about 2 hours south.
Okay.
Pittsburgh's way across the state, 5-6 hours.
So you got dumped on with snow.
Yes, we did.
Oh, yeah.
And it's hanging out, and
Big
it's about, negative fucking 0 today, and I got chickens outside.
Oh, you do?
And,
okay. Yeah,
I'm changing the water every like 2 hours because I use a rubber bowl. I don't want to put any like electricity out there or anything like that. It's a couple extension cords away, so...
Let me ask you something about chicken. So I got the same problem, water freezing. We have one of those heaters underneath of it to kind of keep it somewhat liquid. But we have wild birds now invading our chicken coop, drinking all the water, eating all the chicken feed. And I have to go out there almost like 3 times a day just to ensure my chickens stay hydrated and properly milked.
No way, man. I built a run with the hardware cloth, 1/4-inch hardware cloth.
So they're totally enclosed.
They're totally enclosed, and I have that wrapped in tarp to boot. And man, but still, this fucking freezing weather is just, you can't do anything about it.
Yeah, it's absolute BS. We're almost on the other side of this. Almost.
Yeah, let's hope so.
All right, man. Hey, thanks for calling in.
Spring. Yeah, blow me up. Thanks
you
a
got
lot,
it. Almost on the other side of this weather. Almost.
No, Punxsutawney Phil said there's 6 more weeks of winter. Deal with it.
But Lobster Lucy said that that's not the case.
Yeah, that's a sea bug. What does it know?
All right.
I get all my
It's
weather
bullshit.
predictions from a rodent.
Yeah, well, he does have a record. 40% accuracy.
Say not a good one either.
40%. So, All right, Cratchit, let's get over there and see.
I did find that show art and put it back up on.
Oh, you did? Let's take a look at that. Oh, yeah, that is perfect. We got a dog with a beret looking at a cat, looking at a cat with a, what is that called? Some sort of shawl. And then,
yeah, it's a babushka.
It's a babushka, a traditional Muslim babushka, looking at a fish wearing a yarmulke. I believe this is political commentary on the state of France. I believe, if I'm correct. But
it is really nice. Did y'all generated that?
Gretchen did.
Yeah, I did that.
That's beautiful.
Based upon stories that happened during the show, and his art is the best when it comes to the show art. There's just no doubt about that. When it's generated on the fly during the show, it's top notch. All right, here we go. Oh,
what was that?
That was a no. Just a big O. Just a big O.
So Joe mentioned it, and our caller just mentioned Chuck E. Cheese. So
right.
I'll have to do kind of a bridge story here between the heartwarming tales of Jefferson Epstein Jr.
Mm-hmm.
And on our favorite child casino and gambling house. So here is the I don't know the genesis of this. Here is the Twitter link, which kind of gives the overview, and then I have there's two links that follow.
Okay.
So start with the Twitter one.
Okay, we're going to go Twitter first. Here we go. Twitter first. Here we go. Bring this up on screen. Here we go. This is, I would consider this absolute, this is probably breaking news right now.
Breaking news is happening right now.
Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese CEO steps down days after name appeared in Epstein files. Oh, my Lord.
Okay.
David McKilps, formerly of Six Flags Amusement Parks, and recently Chuck E. Cheese, just happened to resign last night amid his name popping up in the Epstein files. No allegations made. So why quit? Yeah, why quit there? And yeah, that's quite significant. And his name is appearing there. That means that he suspects that his name may also appear elsewhere. I would imagine that's the case.
On the other hand, I do want to say if you were involved in this sort of fucking nonsense, this these shenanigans,
malarkey,
this malarkey, and you wanted to cover yourself, go get a job as the CEO of a pizza company, because good luck making that search work.
I see, yeah, and a pizza company that's known to catering towards kids. Okay, and then the second one right here, the second link related to that. So Scott Drake named, I guess, new CEO of Chuck E. Cheese Entertainment, owner CEC Entertainment. Yes. Oh my God, how many cookies do this site have? My God, I can barely read. But yeah, CEC Entertainment, the owner of the food and games chain Chuck E. Cheese and Peter Piper Pizza. I've never been to Peter Piper Pizza.
You picked a pick of pickled peppers.
Yeah. But on Tuesday, they named Scott Drake the company's CEO. He will replace David McKilps, who is stepping down effective February 13th, just in a few days. Drake joined CEC last year as the chief financial officer. He had previously held senior leadership roles at Farmer Brothers Coffee, GameStop, and 7-Eleven. So he has a good track record, I guess. He takes over for McKilps, who took the helm back in 2020 and guided the company through the pandemic and its aftermath. Well, he didn't do a very good job, did he? Because if you remember, during the pandemic, they opened up Chuck E. Cheese. They really tried to promote it as like a work from home, or it's like
That's
almost
right. They did that. Yeah, they were like, "Hey, just come in and like rent a booth for the day."
Yeah, they were trying to promote people bringing in their laptops and working from Chuck E. Cheese, and so they could not go into the office but technically get out of their house. So they'd go to Chuck E. Cheese and be berated by animatronic animals and pizza all day.
Let's do it.
Let's see here. System sales at Chuck E. Cheese declined 11% since 2019, according to it. So it sounds like this is a perfect opportunity for that guy to step down. It's just a bonus that he was named in the Epstein files. CEC praised Drake for strengthening the balance sheet since his arrival and refining its capital structure. Today, the company is in inevitable position among its competitors. Okay. Inviable. What is inviable?
How about enviable?
Enviable. Is that enviable?
Yes, that's what that word is.
Oh, I don't think that's right.
Wrong.
I think it's
what they're saying is, although this sort of place isn't doing as well as it used to back in its heyday of the 70s, 80s, or 80s, because Nolan Bushnell founded it, 80s, 90s, and so on, it's doing better than the competition.
Oh.
Hence, they envy the position of Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, right.
And that's your word of the day.
Chuck E. Cheese still operates in 563 locations as of the end of 2024, according to the Technomics. Peter Piper operates in another 95 locations. So not as significant, but still a large foothold.
I still hold out hope that Dana White and the UFC will simply buy Chuck E. Cheese and then just merge the two brands.
It's the only logical move.
I mean, just do it as as an amateur bout. So that people get all spun up, they're fighting. Just bring them into the ring in the middle. Put that on pay-per-view.
Well, they should have a co-branding opportunity to test it out. Like there's all these companies, they co-brand and to cross-promote, and it's a great cross-promotion. Who wouldn't want to have Chuck E. Cheese pizza at a UFC fight? I dare say everyone would love to have Chuck E. Cheese pizza, and it's a good way to co-brand. But we'll see. I don't think they're really willing to take that risk with their brand. So, all right, Chris, let's see what else you got over there. So Epstein is causing a problem for Chuck E. Cheese, which who saw that coming?
All right, let's see.
And just bad news. Bad things are happening.
It is true. It is.
So here's a tale from merry old England, and I pulled this story because Joe talks about topics related to this, and I think this is only a natural progression for this sort of business here.
Okay. We like businesses. Okay, here we go. Up on screen right here. Eastbourne, former public toilet to become Mexican restaurant and shop as plans approved? They're approving this plan.
Oh, really?
Wait. This place used to be a public toilet. And this is a perfect location.
Look at the name of it in the photo.
Little Mexico. Someone walked past this public toilet and said, you know what? That's a perfect place for a Mexican restaurant.
Let's do it.
Oh, my God. Okay. Yeah. Former public toilet is set to become a Mexican restaurant and shop after plans were approved. A planning application to convert the former public toilet in Green Street, Old Town, was submitted to the Eastborough Council. The application outlined plans to create a small retail unit selling handcrafted artisan items combined with restaurant takeaway Mexican food offerings. So here is a picture of what the public toilet used to look like. It looked like a lot of things could have happened there. I doubt it was just used for urination.
Sure, photos in the Epstein-file.
Yeah, probably.
Meeting different people doing weird stuff.
Yeah, probably.
What are we doing?
After 6 on Thursdays.
Yeah.
They're squiggly wiggly.
A project in collaboration between restaurant El Chingero, which operates at Tally Ho Lounge, Church Street, until its closure earlier this month, in Casa Mex in Eastbourne, based accessories, decor, and fashion store. That's a mouthful. Following El Shangaro's closure, the business teased on social media, this isn't really goodbye, but rather just the beginning of a new adventure. Yes, a new adventure at a public toilet.
As a toilet.
Did they post this picture of the public toilet? Like, say, hey, this is where our new adventure is beginning. Oh my God.
It's so crazy because our condo is called Steelhouse Lofts, and they did like metal processing and all that stuff. And they're very proud of the interior and what it looked like when they gutted the place and what it's become. They got to do the same thing here.
Yes, they have to
show us the toilets, show us what it was.
All the chairs are toilets.
Yeah,
I want to know that the vision. Who is the visionary behind this?
They don't want to remove the historical significance of this public toilet. It is a cultural
the salsa
landmark.
bar is made. The salsa bar is made out of a trough.
Yeah, it's a urinal trough. In fact, we even had that idea when they were closing down the Buffalo Bills Stadium.
Yeah,
it was a taco bar. But
yeah, you could do a bar, like get some trays that run across the trough.
Yeah, they don't have to.
Why is this bar slanted slightly?
They don't have to gut everything. Quote, our goal is to create a welcoming space where residents can gather, learn, and share experiences, fostering cultural exchange and community integration in Old Town. Okay. At a public toilet, now Mexican restaurant?
They should have called it the dump. El Dumpo.
Yeah, I'll dump a lot.
So you know what I say to that? Dump all you want. I hope you dump a lot.
I'm surprised you haven't dug up the AJ use it like a toilet.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, I have so many toilet clips. In fact, I was building I have a whole page dedicated to Alex Jones mentioning toilets or bathrooms, and it's quite a bit.
Use it like a toilet. Fix the toilet. But I'm sitting there on the toilet yesterday morning.
Yeah, I have a lot of stuff to go through. But yeah, there you go. I would go to this restaurant just to see what they do with it. You got it. It's going to have like a novelty factor for like the first month for people in that area. And then obviously tourists are going to want to go see the Mexican restaurant that used to be a public toilet and see how they transformed it. So,
or did they?
Yeah. How much did they really do? But I do like this story, and I would say this is a big win. Yay! All right, Cretchen, let's see what else you got going on over there. Yes.
All right.
Where's the title?
Here's a man who might enjoy the proximity to a public toilet based on a poor wager that he made and lost.
Okay.
And there was a local news story of this one.
Local bar owner forced to eat Wendy's chili for 1 month.
You know, there's a similar story about that in China.
Okay, well, we will
probably
see. I could see that. I could definitely see that happening in China. But yeah, there is a local news story here. Let's see if I can bring this up and make sure we all can enjoy this together.
A Binghamton bar owner recently learned the hard way that you should never bet against the best. Larry Shea, owner of Tom and Marty's Townhouse, made the ultimate sports wager on January 25th, confidently betting that Scotty Scheffler would not win the American Express tournament. Shea put his digestive tract on the line and said he would eat nothing but Wendy's chili for an entire month if he lost the bet. When Scheffler hoisted the trophy, Shea's fate was sealed. Now that Shea is committed to only eating Wendy's chili for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, the Binghamton community has rallied behind him, supporting him, and hyping him up with encouragement on social media.
Don't encourage him.
Shea says he is on day 11.
I have to do it.
He says the challenge is both physically and psychologically tormenting.
Wendy's chili is good. And surprisingly, I didn't know it at the time, but thankfully it's actually pretty healthy. So, what possessed me to think the idea and pick Wendy's chili?
I love it.
I don't know. I don't know. So in a way, it was, if I'm going to pick a singular food, a stupid food to eat, it was actually a good idea.
He must not have a wife.
Shea says a number of people have asked him whether or not his new diet is producing a lot of flatulence, but he says he has a cast iron digestive system, so
I love it!
It's no problem. Wendy's reached out to Shea on Twitter with some concerns, but a lot of support. The fast food
He might die, dude.
Find that Mexican bathroom.
Sir, stop.
And a lot
Stop
of
what you're
encouragement
doing.
as he embarks on this culinary adventure.
Call 911.
And I did have the enchilada. Spicy chili plate, cheese enchiladas with chili con carne, large bowl of hot chili, and I went all whole hog back then. I also had their macaroni and cheese. Okay, I'm really getting hungry now.
In my bathroom, there's a big bottle of Lysol.
Oh, my God. Well, I wonder why Wendy's called him over, like, concerns.
So here's my theory on this. He heard about the Shatner story.
Oh, okay.
And he tried to do the same thing, and Wendy was like, no. We're not.
There's no deal for you, pal.
Yeah.
You ain't no William Shatner here. You're just some bar owner who's farting all the time.
Bar owner's got to change his shorts 3 times a day.
My God, yeah. Think if he has any sort of spouse at home, any sort of roommate, they're gonna get sick and tired of his Wendy's chili. Day 2, it's gonna be god awful in that apartment wherever he's living. But to his credit, he's a man of honor, and he's not backing down from this challenge.
I guess the question is, we'll have to see if we can find a follow-up. Does he go the distance?
Yeah, does he go? How long will he last, and will he end up in the hospital?
How many times?
Yeah.
So this was on Thursday. He said it was day 11 on Thursday, so we'll have to check back towards the end of the month and see how he did.
Yeah, okay.
That's the noise he's making.
I can't do this anymore. All right, here we go.
Oh, man.
All right. So this one, there's a guy causing some traffic problems. Police had to get involved and ask him to please stop, but did note that, actually he was reasonably skilled, and they appreciate his unique approach to blocking traffic. But probably not the best place to do it. And there's video of this down at the bottom as we get there.
Police warn unicyclists to stop juggling fire at intersection. Mid-act was quite good, though.
Oh,
okay.
Really?
Okay, so the police paid him a compliment, but said, cut the crap.
Could you please stop?
The fire-juggling unicyclist has gone viral after police shared drone footage of his risky roadside performance, praising the skill while warning it was also quite illegal. On February 5th, the Commerce City Police Department posted a viral video showing a man in brightly colored clothing riding a unicycle into a busy intersection in Colorado. As traffic waited at the red light, he pulled out flaming torches and began juggling, even adding an under-the-leg toss to show off his talents, which is quite impressive on a unicycle, you got to say. That's an incredible amount of balance. And just before we continue, this is the kind of panhandling that you want to see. Take it up a notch. This is competition. Some people,
it's quite competitive out there.
I would imagine,
full of homeless losers who don't want to get jobs. So you got to really bring your A game.
Yeah, it's not just about playing a guitar out there, a troubadour on a quarter. Now they're juggling knives, fires, unicycles in the street.
Juggling unicorns, that's a good one too.
Hey, that'd get my money. And at least the cops.
I'm wondering how well this works, by the way, because people don't carry cash.
Oh.
So does he have like a QR code for his Venmo? I mean, how are you doing this?
Good question. I do carry cash.
I carry cash.
Yeah,
you carry cash, but most people don't carry cash.
You're right. They don't. But yeah, maybe they have a QR code to directly donate with Cash App. But the impromptu show lasted roughly 40 seconds before the performer rolled away, leaving drivers stunned and social media entertained. Police, however, were less amused, even as they admitted the act itself was impressive. Well, give him a job. If you like him so much, give him a job. Put a uniform on him. He's out there watching the intersection.
That's right. Directing traffic with flaming torches.
Yeah, I'd like to see a cop up there on the unicycle. Let's put a cop uniform on them. People would start to view the cops differently if they could see them juggle, torches. See here, the intersection of US 85 and 60th Street isn't exactly the Las Vegas Strip, or is it? Officer wrote alongside the clip. We got numerous calls the other day when drivers were treated to a little stoplight entertainment courtesy of a fire-juggling unicyclist. See here. So, according to police, the performance was both quite good but quite illegal, citing issues such as trespassing in the medium and impeding traffic by remaining in the crosswalk. These bullshit tickets. And fight this.
You got to tail light out. We didn't signal before making that lane change.
We don't often get reports like this anymore, to be fair. We have never gotten a report quite like this one, the department added. So let's all take a moment and appreciate the man's talent, then all agree that we aren't going to do stuff like this. Okay? Why not? This adds flavor to the city. People are talking about it. Talk about tourism. Talking about people who traveling to Colorado to see the unicyclists juggle. Like I wasn't thinking about going to Colorado, but now I am.
Just for this guy.
I want to see this guy. But they went on to say in the post, everyone calm down. They told everyone on social media to calm down. All right.
Calm down. Don't be so crazy.
Yeah, calm down, everyone. We didn't give him a ticket, they replied. But we also don't want him to die, so we moved him along. His show would be best be performed somewhere other than the middle of the roadway. Oh, yeah, where? Tell him. Where can he perform to earn money and also dodge traffic? Because that's what he's good at. For now, there's no word on whether the fire-juggling unicyclist will get a safer, more official stage. What's clear is that his brief spotlight performance managed to impress both drivers and the police with shutting him down. So, okay, there we go. So, I guess, and they don't even link to his Instagram, so we can't even follow to see where this guy's juggling now. So, no.
Well, I think they just don't want to encourage copycats. This guy clearly has some skill, has some ability, but now you're going to get a whole bunch of people out there trying to do it.
Yeah. All right.
Is a backbone like a ramrod?
All right, let's go with this story. A couple people sent this to me. I have the preferred local source for this, and then I've got another version depending on how this goes. But we're going to stay with the theme of people doing shenanigans at pizza restaurants.
More pizza news.
Not that kind of pizza. I mean, actual food pizza, not the weird pizza.
Man breaks into Little Caesars, starts making and selling pizzas.
Oh, really?
Wow. Okay. He broke in to go to work. I don't see anything wrong with this on the face of it. A North Carolina man is facing multiple felony charges after he broke into a Little Caesars Pizza after closing time and started making and selling pizza. I love it. He wasn't just taking his stuff home. He was like, no, I'm going to work. It's time to make some money. It happened Sunday, the day after a massive snowstorm hit the state, and the suspect kept all the money for himself. Well, that's the downside right there. But he was doing a public service. How many pizzerias were open? Probably not a lot. And so probably
right. Day after a big snowstorm, and in a place like North Carolina, a big snowstorm is going to mess up things for several days. He opens up a restaurant, fresh pizza.
You're not going to open up to make pizza? I'll do that. And by the way, it's not just like anybody off the street can go in there and make a pizza. You got to know what you're doing a little bit. You got to know how to operate the ovens. You got to know the special Little Caesars formula. It's not easy. An arrest was made after the suspect tried to break into the shop a second time. Oh, he's going to go. He had
Get back the next day.
Out of popular request, probably. People were so impressed with the first time. He said, I'm going to go do this again.
He's working a double.
Yeah. I got
lunch break and left.
I got to come back. People demanded an encore. So Yes.
Oh, good for you.
Yes, they're going back again. And so the Kingston Police Department responded to Little Caesars in reference to a break-in and entering. Upon arrival, officers were advised that a 41-year-old Jonathan Hackett, a former employee on an inside job, had unlawfully entered the business on 2 separate occasions. During the first incident, Hackett entered the business, prepared pizzas, sold them to customers, and kept the proceeds for himself. During the second incident, Hackett broke in again to the business while it was occupied by employees. Employees attempted to prevent Hackett from entering, which resulted in a physical altercation. Well, that was his mistake. He should have waited until they closed down. Hackett was injured during the brawl and taken to the hospital for treatment, police said. He was arrested and being released. He's being charged with felony breaking and entering, felony obtaining a property by false pretense, felony larceny after breaking and entering, misdemeanor breaking and entering, and violating city curfew. That's a real bullshit charge right there.
Yeah, that last one is just kind of. I don't like municipalities who pull that crap during. Oh, it's a national or it's a weather emergency. Everyone stay in your homes.
Yeah, he managed to somehow. This is another crime like people can get behind. It's almost like another kind of Robin Hood. You root for this kind of person, almost kind of like the Fire-juggler in Colorado, like an underdog, a person out there just trying to make it. Yeah, he's doing quasi-legal stuff. Yeah, maybe he shouldn't be out on the road. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have broke into that pizzeria. But damn it, it's not like horrific crime. It's almost understandable to a certain degree.
Yeah, it's not like all the stuff in the Epstein files. We'll just ignore all of that.
Yeah, we got to come down harder on these guys.
Yeah, this guy's trying to make pizzas and sell them.
Yeah, and not just like one day. He learned enough from that first day. He's like, I can go back. To hell with it. I don't care who's there. I'm going back, and I'm getting in there.
I wonder what his plan was on day 2. If there were other people were there. Presumably the store was open the second day, I'm guessing. Was he going to go in and just kind of do his own thing, or were they in there looking for him, like waiting for him?
I don't know. They probably saw like a lot of rummaging from the previous night, and they said, this has got to be Jonathan Hackett. I know when John works, he works exactly like this.
Only a former employee would know how to do this.
Yes. He cleaned the grease traps. Only Hackett knew how to clean the grease traps like this. All right, Gretchen. One last story before we get out of here. Here we go.
His name is David.
Well, believe it or not, and I'll give you a choice on this, and believe it or not, I have another pizza-related story.
Whoa.
Tippy top.
And I also have a story, because it's the Super Bowl is this weekend, also have a story about a Super Bowl-related story that probably only good today. So I'll give you a choice.
I think we have to go with the timely one. We have to go with the Super Bowl-related story. I think we have to.
All right, here you go. So Super Bowl. Wait, did I get the right one in there? Yes, I did. Okay, got the Super Bowl story in the carrot shop.
All right, here we go. The number of chicken wings to be eaten this Super Bowl will have you saying, what the cluck?
Perfect headline.
Yeah, it is a pretty good headline, but
that's a terrible headline.
Yeah, it's a little cheesy. But the Super Bowl is arguably the most important sporting event in the United States. Every year, millions of people gather with friends and family to eagerly watch who will win the Vince Lombardi Trophy. Wow. Football is at the center of the event. The Super Bowl is also about halftime shows, memorable commercials that are remembered for years to come, and, of course, food. Even people who have no interest in the game love the excuse to eat shocking amounts of finger foods like nachos, chips, dips, and chicken wings. That is correct. This year seems like Americans are very excited for the latter. The National Chicken Council, I didn't know we had one of those. But the National Chicken Council report...
It's a federally appointed
I guess
National
so.
Chicken. They got to be confirmed by the Senate. It takes months.
I guess so, but the Democrats are jamming them up.
That's right.
Denying everyone.
Approving these chicken people.
The National Chicken Council estimates that the country will consume a staggering 1.48 billion wings during the game.
Okay.
That's a lot. Oh, my God. How many chickens is that?
2.
It's total genocide. To drive just how large this number is, the report estimates that it would take one person 1,404 years to finish that many wings if they ate one every 30 seconds. Or that number of wings could circle the globe almost 3 times. As if the council wanted to keep stunning us, the NCC shared that the number of this year's estimated wing consumption is 10 million increase over last year. So people are just like, they're just loving to eat these chicken wings. They can't stop it.
I like to eat.
Why are Americans obsessed with wings? The dish has always been a part of this of Super Bowl, but its increase in popularity this year might be connected to the price. A Wells Fargo report found that the cost of wings has gone down by 2.8%. That's just enough for me to get involved.
That put me over the limit.
Yeah, I was kind of wavering. Should I eat chicken wings or no? But now that I know I could save almost 10 cents, I might do it this year. While it might not seem like much, it's a significant decrease for consumers who are dealing with inflation and an unstable economy. That is right. In fact, but if Trump is responsible for the unstable economy, is he also responsible for the decrease in chicken wing prices? He might be.
Well, keep in mind, they're also not out there unnecessarily culling millions and millions and millions of chickens and then claiming that there's bird flu.
Oh, I see. Yes. Yeah, we are killing less chickens because of bird flu. Let's see here. There are other budget-friendly party snacks that will likely get your attention as well, according to Wells Fargo report. Prices on tortilla chips, frozen pizzas, avocados, red bell peppers, and prepared carrots are also down this year. So
someone's got to ruin it with frickin' carrots.
Yeah.
Here's some carrots and dip.
This is great news for consumers who can create a whole snazzy party spread using wings, chips, guacamole, and other affordable sides. Potato chips are another good option because their price has stayed the same as last year. However, some fan favorites will be more expensive. Prices of vegetables like celery, broccoli, cherry tomatoes, and cauliflower have gone up, which may take some consumers to rethink those veggie trays. So, yeah, I guess
make sure you're the person who shows up to the Super Bowl party with the veggie tray.
Hey, where's all the veggies around here?
And the non-alcoholic beer.
Yeah.
Why is there no cherry tomatoes?
I'm leaving. You ruined the Super Bowl because there's no veggies.
I'm going down to that public toilet Mexican restaurant.
Overall, many of the most delicious Super Bowl snacks will be affordable this year. So go ahead and get lots of chicken wings. Yeah, stock up, people, and enjoy them with tasty sides. Your pockets won't suffer. Okay. Hey, I think that's some good news for people out there. A little relief. Enjoy this day.
Out of curiosity, I did the math. So 1.48 or a little less than 1.5 billion chicken wings, approximately 350 million people in the U.S. That's about 4 wings per person. However, that assumes every man, woman, and child is eating wings. We know that's not the case. So there's like one dude in Wisconsin who's like really amping these numbers.
Oh, there's going to be like a couple dudes taking on 50 wings easily. I mean, it's just the way it is.
I want the money!
Have we seen an asteroid the size of this many chickens?
No, I don't think we have. Not yet. Yeah, why can't we calculate like how dense an asteroid would be with this many chicken wings?
Yeah.
Well, I can't do it. You're running the closing music. What do you want me to do?
Nah, we'll save it for next time. We'll ask ChatGPT to calculate what an asteroid would look like with that many chicken wings. Well, you can go to obdmpod.com or ourbigdumbmouth.com. And I think next time, we didn't get to it this time, we'll give away some Fox & Sons coffee next week. Joe put some good ideas in there for some giveaway options to give away a few bags of Fox & Sons.
I did nothing. ChatGPT did it.
Hey, you asked them and then you posted a link. To me, that's work. That is work. You did more than I did.
I take all my financial advice from ChatGPT these days.
So, go to Fox and Sons Coffee, use code word PISS or OBDM, and we'll give away a few bags next week.
Don't you have to buy a limit? How's that deal go? Is it you have to buy $25 worth or something?
I don't know. I don't know if there's a limit. Like, you have to buy like 3 bags and get like a percentage off that third bag. If not, that should be an item he runs.
1.48 billion pounds of Fox and Sons coffee.
That's a lot of coffee.
Oh, that is a lot. That's too much.
I got some new flavors from him.
Oh, yeah?
Like a Mexico blend. Yeah.
Nice.
Good stuff. He's nice.
He is a nice guy. Yeah.
I've got a coffee stain on my shirt.
Good photographer, too. Have you seen his site?
No, I have not seen his stuff, no.
Got any coffee?
I don't want to, out the guy.
No.
Listening to our big dumb mouth.
Yeah. It can ruin people's careers if people find out you listen to this show. You can.
So stop listening, people.
You can. You can be publicly shamed. Scarlet letters placed upon you, a big O on your forehead. They find out you're listening.
It's not a scarlet letter. It's my QR code for my Venmo while I'm out there busking.
Yeah.
All right, everyone. Hop on your unicycles and start juggling. We'll see you next week. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Cratchit.
And keep watching the skis. It's an asteroid made of chicken wings.
That's good news.
The hammer needs to obey the first law of holes.
That's about all. Shablagu. Sit, Ubu, sit. Good dog.
Till next time, take care of yourself and each other.
Well, now you know the rest of the story.
Until next week. Nanu. Nanu.
Wow, I love this.